Good afternoon, everybody. I want to take a few seconds, do a little pimping of some other YouTube channels. Just stuff that I found that I really kind of into it. The first thing I found was the channel for Mark Kistler. Now, I don't know if a lot of people today are going to remember who Mark Kistler was, or I guess he still is. But he had a show on, he had multiple shows, I guess, on PBS. Like The Draw Squad with Mark Kistler, The Imagination Station, Secret City. And these shows were all just shows to show kids how to do 3D drawings. He was an overweight guy. For some reason, I kind of remember him with a lisp. I don't know if that's real or not. He reminded me, honestly, of Jack Horkheimer from another PBS show, Star Hustler. That guy was kind of weird. But yeah, it was enthusiastic. He kind of creeped me out as a kid, but I liked the show because of just what he would draw. It was kind of neat at that age. I used those skills that he taught to really just basically draw Super Mario Brothers stages. You know, kind of 3D, more detailed. It was fun. It'd even show where the enemies would be and their paths of movement. Sometimes it'd be several pages wide. Sometimes it'd be more like a Nintendo Power where you'd have like the first line, then the arrow come down the second line, and fit all on the same page. But it was pretty cool. It's a fun show. It was all very basic. Basic foreshortening, perspective, shading, contour. I think he had like 10 special words. Excuse me. 10 special words to give you the skills you needed for 3D drawings. Nothing really great, but as a kid, you know, who was every time like the Troll Book Club or whatever, the book fairs at school were there, I'd be picking up all the Lee J. Ames, you know, how to draw this and how to draw that. Any sort of drawing book. Combining those books with the 3D skills that you would learn from watching Commander Mark Kistler and the Draw Squad. And it added some extra weapons to your little kiddie art arsenal. I looked him up because I was just thinking about him for just randomly out the top of my head. And sure enough, he does have a YouTube channel. He's still doing shows. I don't know if he's on the air anymore. I think the last one was maybe 2009. But no, it's just fun. Same old shit. You know, draw a little circle, have people poking out. It was good stuff. If you remember it, definitely check it out. It's as goofy as it always was. Good for him that he's still working. The other one, I'm not sure how I came across this. It was in the suggested videos over on that side of the screen. It was just a channel, I think it's called 80's Commercials, and it's all commercials from the 80s and 90s, some 70s. Just recently, I think they've added some 70s commercials. And all it is really is people send in VHS tapes that they've recorded off of TV from when they were kids or whatever, and send them to him, and he kind of cuts and just shows the commercials, the commercial bumpers, like the ABC, Saturday mornings, like, after these messages, we'll be right back, all that shit. And it's got it from every channel, every age group. You know, you got your Nickelodeon, Fox, ABC, NBC, local channels, basic cable. It's all there. And it's all really neat to look back and hear some of the songs, especially, the jingles and stuff. There's a lot of nostalgia value in there. I want to go back to my mom's house, actually, and look through any old VHS tapes that I had recorded off TV. I think I recorded, like, the last episode of Next Generation, Star Trek. I recorded a shit ton of Speed Racer when I was on MTV. So I'd always get like a video or two from the very tail end of 120 minutes, and then maybe the next 5 minutes after Speed Racer was over. So there's probably, you know, a good 3 or 4, maybe 6 commercials per episode, and I put it on like super long play. So I get like 8 hours, 12 hours, I don't know, worth of Speed Racer on one shitty tape. It was basically so I could watch it the next day because I didn't want to stay up late. I just watch a bunch of Speed Racer and eat toffee bars. It's weird. But no, it's definitely cool. Especially if you're just doing some chores around the house. The sounds are even better than the visuals. You'll remember all the little jingles and theme songs and voices. So if you can find those, pop it up there and watch a couple of those as you're doing stuff around the house. In other, I guess, shenanigan news, I have somehow actually managed to rank up in Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. I hit over 5,000 battle points with SAKURA. And I think I got I know I got into the top 450 players in the world with her. I think I actually got into the top 425. And the thing about that is I'm actually not very good at the game. I am really just not good. I can't do any of the things you're supposed to do. For a while, I thought I was actually glitching the system, that it just kept giving me battle points and I was just accumulating things way too quickly. But then I realized that I actually was winning some fights that I wouldn't have guessed. I was fighting against like B-tier Chun-Li's and Guiles and Ibukis who just give Sakura fits. And just, I am not good against them. But I was winning. It was incredible. And I learned some little tricks. Like, if fighting against Makoto, I stay up in the air so she can't do her little charges and shit. When fighting against Yun and Yang, stay on the ground so they can't pop you up. Just block and counter. It was neat. It was ridiculous how good I was doing. Before I knew it, I'd crossed over 5,000 points, rank up, and just kept rolling through. Really good against the Shotos. I think maybe Akuma is the hardest one for her to face. But I'm already on my expected slide back down, and I think it's the exact same reason. There are people who I feel I should be beating, like hands down, no problem, and they're beating me. It's the same reason I'm beating people who are better than me, I think. It's because when you get used to playing against a certain caliber of player, a certain tier of player, you kind of get used to their patterns. You understand that if the player is good, this is what they should be doing here. This is what they're going to do. I'm not even going to react. I'm going to plan ahead and prepare for it. When I play against somebody who's better than me, they're used to playing against good players. Somebody who's actually going to do like a focus attack dash cancel and all these, you know, super combos and shit, which I don't, which I cannot do. I just kind of, I'm used to what they're doing. I try and find a way for Sakura to address it, to counteract what their specialties are. If somebody's like, hey, I'm going to continue this pattern, I'm like, well, I know this is what he's going to do. You know, if you're using El Fuerte, I bounce around like a fucking flea, because once he gets you down, it's so hard to get out from what he's going to do to you. He's just getting you in the air and spinning around. So I bounce around like crazy fighting against him. Like I said, with Makoto, I stay up in the air and kind of just keep bouncing around, and finally when she gets close enough, then I'll uppercut. I'll dragon punch her and reset the pattern, you know, to keep her on her toes. And so when I play against people now who are as good as me or worse, I have a hard time playing against them because they're not playing like what a really good player would do. I'm so used to stopping some of the combo traps that when somebody plays like me, and they're kind of just doing basic stuff, and their timing is off, I can't stop it. It's just like what I do to the better players. It's really kind of remarkable how that works out. It's fun. But I'm enjoying the fact that I have leveled up considerably. If I can get into the top 300 with Sakura, that would be remarkable. I'll fucking make a video of that as it happens. But I still suck with Cammy. I can't even do all of Cammy's moves, you know, let alone consistently do any particular combo. I just know that if I see some guy who's playing T-Hawk, I'm gonna fucking bust out Cammy every day of the week. I suck with every other character too. So it's basically, I have a game of 2 playable characters and like 36 opponents. But if you ever see me on Xbox Live, you see Batgroom playing Street Fighter, feel free to send me an invite. Set up a private room or whatever. It'll kick my ass. But it's always fun to get in on some extra matches. That's about all for today. If you have any YouTube channels which you're big fans of that you think deserve more attention, anything from your past, like the Draw Squad or even these old commercials that you catch on a regular basis, drop it in the comments, pop in a response video or whatever. If you do want to get in a couple matches for Street Fighter, put your gamer tag in the comments or send me a private message and we'll see what we can do. I actually had a couple when Super first came out, and you'll see me get my ass kicked in that video against some people. So, until then, you guys have a wonderful beginning of March. It's come back down from those 67-degree days to breezy and snowy. Oh, trying to see who that was walking in the parking lot. So, enjoy your weekends. Let's get some Street Fighter going. Go watch the Draw Squad with Mark Kistler. I'll talk to you guys later.